okay? Let's talk about a very sad event in your career. Just a few questions on the assassination of Kennedy. There have been so many books written and so many theories, and there are people who make a full-time living on this thing. First of all, I have heard you say many times that you heard the first shot and you were not hit by it.
That's correct.
All right. Take me from there. You've heard the first shot. First of all, what did you think it was?
I thought it was a rifle shot.
All right.
And I turned to look over my right shoulder. I reacted by trying to look over my right shoulder where I thought the sound came from. I saw nothing out of the corner of my eye, and so I was turning to look over my left shoulder into the back seat to see if anything had happened. And I got facing forward. I got turned enough to face forward, and then I felt a blow in the middle of my back as if someone walked up and hit you with a closed fist in the middle of your back. And it knocked me over. I was seated on the jump seat immediately in front of the president, and it knocked me over, and I could see I was covered with blood. So I said, my God, they're going to kill us all. Nellie then pulled me down in her lap, and I was sitting on the jump seat, lying with my head in her lap. She was in the jump seat to my left, facing forward, and I heard another sound, a loud slap. And immediately I was still conscious. My eyes were open, and I immediately saw the blue velour interior of that limousine covered with blood and brain tissue. And I knew that the president had been fatally hit because Jackie Kennedy said, my God, I've got his brains in my hand. And so I knew that he'd been fatally hit. And I did not hear the shot that hit me. I heard the first shot. I heard the third shot. I didn't hear the one that hit me because the bullet traveled faster than sound, and I wasn't conscious of it.
Yes, okay. And were you conscious of receiving the wound in your wrist or your thigh?
No. I didn't know that till I woke up Sunday.
Isn't that amazing how a bullet can do that and you don't even feel it?
Yep.
Gee.
Well, I felt it in my chest, but I didn't feel it in my wrist. I didn't know that.
Yes. Was there any conversation in the car once you and the president were hit? Your wives are taking care of both of...
No, Nellie just said, be still, you'll be all right. Be still, you'll be all right.
So
that was all it was said.
That was all it was said. Yeah. And you probably lost consciousness at that point?
In and out. I was conscious in and out as we traveled the 5 minutes or so to Parkland Hospital.
I see. Okay. Was there a situation where nobody really wanted Kennedy to come to Texas and he was putting it off and the trip was kind of a...
No.
No?
Opposite. Kennedy wanted to come to Texas. He was raising hell with me. I was the one putting it off.
You were putting it off.
And he first wanted to come and have 5 fundraisers. And I finally said, Mr. President, you just can't do that. I said, we'll have one fundraiser, but don't leave the people the impression the only interest you have in them is their ass pocket. I said, come down and let's have some non-political events. I said, you haven't been to Texas since the election. And we'll have a big fundraiser in Austin, which is a neutral city. We can draw from all over the state. And that's the way it turned out.
Yes.
But he was insistent on coming, and it wasn't to settle any disputes. It was to raise money for the Democratic Party and to enhance his own political posture.
Sure. Are you convinced Governor Oswald was the lone assassin?
I have no evidence to the contrary.
Okay.
No.
So you didn't see anyone shooting from the grassy knoll? Or...
I don't believe they did. I don't think there were but 3 shots fired, and I think they all came from behind me up toward the school book depository. I'm sure none were fired from a grassy knoll.
Yes.